Hello everyone. Welcome. Today I'm gonna make some oxtail. Oxtail. This is something most people like, and as you guys know, um, this is what it looks like. I'm gonna start by washing it. What I do is usually run it through some hot water. I run it through hot water and make sure it is well nice and clean. And once I run it through the hot water, I got my vinegar. I wash it down with vinegar so that we can have it really nice and clean. Also what I do to clean my meat, not only I use vinegar and lemon and my oxtail. I usually clean my meat, all my meat that I cook with, I clean it first with vinegar and lemon. And this is what I'm doing today. I use some lemon to clean it off so that we can have it nice and clean. Get all that blood out, all that extra fat and all that grime. Wash it down with some, first I rinse it off with some hot water. Then I pour my vinegar and my lemon in. And this is what I do. I clean it off really good. See? This is it. Okay, so I already washed my oxtail really nice and clean with vinegar and lemon. So now what I'm going to do is season my meat, which is my oxtail. And first what I'm going to do is pour a little salt, not too much, a little bit. Remember guys, I don't cook with too much salt, and my spices doesn't have too much extra salt in it. So I put some salt. Next I use some black pepper, garlic powder, curry powder, okay, curry powder, and then I use some paprika, and I'll just season, blend it in all together. See, this is what it going to look like once you blend in all your seasoning, your spices. This is what it's going to look like. See, and then you leave it to sit maybe for half an hour, as long as you want to. The longer you leave it sitting, the better tastier it will get. So I'll leave that there for like half an hour, and then come back and put it in the oven. Okay guys, this is what it looks like. See, look how pretty. It looks like it's cooked, but it's not really cooked. So what I'm going to do is put it in the oven, and I'm going to leave it there for an hour, and maybe hour and a half, maybe hour and 45 minutes, because remember, meat take a little longer to cook, and the longer you leave it, the softer the meat gets. So I'm going to leave it for an hour and a half and see what happens next. I'll come back with you guys. Okay guys, so I have my fresh spices on a low fire, and I already mixed my cornstarch in. I use like a half a teaspoon of cornstarch in a half a cup of cold water and mix it all together. And I'm going to pour in my cornstarch with my mixture of fresh spices, and I'm going to blend in everything together. And once the oxtail comes out of the oven, I'm just going to add it to that, and cover it up and leave it on a low fire. Make it simmer maybe for like 20 minutes more, because the oxtail is already cooked. Because once it's in the oven, the meat gets softer. It cooks, it gives the meat a tender, softer taste. Okay guys, so my second step was I chopped up some fresh parsley, scallions, onions, garlic, and I add it to my pot with a little olive oil. As you guys can see, I have a bottle of olive oil. I pour a little bit of olive oil in my pot, and I saute my vegetable with this here. This is called recaito, and it's a whole bunch of spices together. You can also add that to add flavors to your oxtail. And this is cornstarch, which I use in a cup of cold water, and I mix it together and I pour it in with my fresh spices and the oxtail that I took out of the oven. So this is the oxtail in the pot, cooking right now with the fresh spices and the cup of cornstarch that I added together with all the fresh spices plus the oxtail, and I let it blend in and cook for maybe half an hour on a low fire. Make sure you cover your pot. Also, I want to remind you guys that when you take your oxtail out of the oven, make sure you drain all your oil out, because the oxtail tend to shed a lot of oil. That's one of the reasons why I put it in the oven, to shed as much oil that I can. Guys, this is the final result of the oxtail, cooked from the oven on the stove top. Stew oxtail. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next video. Bon appetit.